playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A good start. 1 play, 10 yards. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Back to Walker on first down.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later.
On second down, it's Walker.
And tough going there as he able to get up to about the 31. On third down, Clifton.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
The Seahawks at 9-1 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clifton.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Azeez Ojulari
has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Option play, and they'll give to Walker.
4 yards on the pickup there. Now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 104th career touchdown. One shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Seahawks are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one. And I was reminded of the 5-year-old. This is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And that is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3-and-out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 74 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. They'll have a tough time.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, Led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aaron Donald drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Tried to create a little bit of that hocus-pocus with some magic. But the defense, not impressed at all. They don't lose contain on this very dangerous runner, and they get a big stop.
Jake Camardas in on now to punt this away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker in the Seattle offense. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And a short gain down to about the 33. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'll guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it.
He completes it.
The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise.
And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And it's good to make it 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
This pass into the hands of Turner.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. For 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Turner is there for another one.
Second and 4. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the lowest, 2nd and 12.
Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Third catch of this first half for them, and this one is a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to throw.
Setting up the screen with Gainwell. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This one taken in by Otten. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
A 3-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This one from 46 yards out. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Clifton, he's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw. Clifton completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Looking to throw. Clifton. He's got it. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Rondale Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On play action, they'll throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had a couple of touchdown passes in that game last week, and he's matched that with 2 in the first half here as his guys start 1st and 10.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Taking it right down Broadway.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
And now they are in prime position, 1st and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. He'll find Metcalf.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Back to throw again. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. They're standing by as Jonathan.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And he returns this to the 22.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark. And then
he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here.
That's caught. It's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Second down and inches. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it makes the score 21-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And scratching the lead up to the 30, and that's all.
From the gun on 3rd down. Clifton to the right side, and he's got more complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifton. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. From the gun on 3rd down. Clifton. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. To throw on second down, Clifton. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Walker. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Looking to throw on second down. Clifton. And incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Throw out wide to Walker. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Always important as a defender on third down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackle.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 and 24-10. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown in this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Taking it about the 1. The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense. Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage a quarterback from going to it. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now too.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Make some good plays today.
They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's turned. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, and that is incomplete. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along into third quarter from Tampa. They'll drop to throw. A quick pass here to Godwin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Out to us, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Well, there's the always dangerous Rondale Moore. He and this offense ready to begin the upcoming series. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Straight ahead, Walker. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Off play action. Clifton. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 23. On 3rd and 2, Clifton. It's complete to Robinson. And this is not going to be enough. He's in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. On 4th down, Clifton. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. They had the field right there, looking to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Hand off here to Walker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Back to throw. Clifton. This is caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Clifton. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Elijah Moore, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And he comes back with one complete. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Quick slant, complete to Turner. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. Turner is there for another one. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Back to throw again. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Foul. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kenneth Gainwell, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Operating from the gun, Clifton. He's got his tight end fan. Just a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that'll give them a first.
That's clearly an example. One side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 130 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So the victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Karen said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.